And a good Tuesday, everybody. Welcome in Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Hope you're having a great day so far. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier is back at the studios, and we are at the putting zone today, which is new here in our area in Nashville, just off Sidco Drive. So you can come by and check it out. It's not your normal just putt mini golf thing. It is going to take some skill, but we've done it. It's a lot of fun. You can also register to win Predators tickets to an upcoming game if you come by today.
Yeah, come by. It's 3040 Sidco Drive. It's pretty badass. I mean, it's an 18-hole, 72 par indoor putting course. It is not mini golf. There's the only clown here today is chasing myself. There's no windmill, but it's competitive putting, which I didn't know existed. But it's like a huge thing. You know the old saying in golf, you drive for show and you putt for dough. So this place will make you a better putter. And they got all kind of cool things that are happening. We'll talk to the owner, Bill Rosigliano, at 12:15 about. I mean, this on the weekends. This place is packed because the word's getting out about how much fun it is. Puttingzone.com for more. And also, yeah, Chase, we're giving away Preds tickets. Here's the deal: come by, register. You don't have to be here to win, but you got to come in to register and do that. And we'd love to see you. We're gonna have a fun show today.
Yeah, absolutely. We are. The process begins in the NFL offseason where teams can franchise tag players, and it looks like there is a good chance that a prominent player in the Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, will not be franchise tagged by Seattle, but they're going to continue to try and get a deal done.
Yeah, so I'd love to have him here. It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
He looked good in the Super Bowl, but I mean, why not? If they pay you what you want, stay there. And oftentimes these guys don't get what they feel they deserve and they move on. So maybe that might be the case for him.
So we'll see. And, there's been a lot of talk to the Titans move on from Tony Pollard and basically get a younger model. I mean, we all know this, that in the NFL anymore, you can find the running back. I mean, the running back, they're readily available. Now they're not all Derrick Henry, but
True.
You can find a running back or several running backs. And so if they want to go, if they're looking at how much they're paying Pollard and decide, you know what, let's cut him, save some money, and then pay the same amount to a younger model, then do it.
I think they move on from Spears. I thought he would be. I don't know. He's let me down. He's a little scat back, fun, fast. I mean, he gets out there, but he just had the opportunity. I mean, he hasn't. I'm still waiting for that explosion, and it hasn't happened from him. But you're right. I mean, for a running back, get the opportunity and get in here and show what you could do. And it's so funny. Football is trying so hard to move away from the running back. They've tried so hard,
but they can
in the last 10 to 12 years. We go back to the 2016 draft with Derrick Henry. You remember he was taken in the second round. The first running back was Ezekiel Elliott, I think at 5th. And then Derrick wasn't taken until 40-something. Running back, they're done. I'm telling you, man, the football will never move away from a power running back.
Yep.
Never.
No. Or a powerful defense. I mean, we just saw a prime example of you have a really good defense and a solid run game, you're going to win the Super Bowl
every time. It's almost guaranteed. Or you're going to get there.
You got to have a solid quarterback too, but you don't have to have the elite of the elite. Sam Darnold is certainly not that, but he was a game manager, and that's what they needed him to be. And Seattle won the Super Bowl.
They won the Super Bowl. That's right.
So we'll talk about that, and also I love lists like this. ESPN and Matt Bowen have their updated best team fits for the top 20 or top 50 players in free agency. So we'll see where the Titans
just
fall.
Don't. If they have the Titans getting a wide receiver, I'm going to throw your computer on the course.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, they probably do.
I'm not. Just no. I mean, no. You don't. I mean, it makes me wonder how much they really know about this team.
Well, they need a receiver.
They do, but what do they need more? Receiver or a crushing defensive end who's going after the quarterback?
I mean,
I just said it.
I would say that those. I would lean, edge rusher first.
Yes.
But I think receiver is closely behind.
Yeah, that's right. But if you had one or two, give me the edge rusher.
Yeah.
The guy I was watching the guy from Texas Tech, Bailey. Some of his, I mean, of course, you see the highlight video, you're going to see the best, but he's got a motor, man, and that's what a defensive head coach would love that. So Bain or the dude from Texas Tech, bring him in here and say, go. You just go after the quarterback, man. That'd be so good.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. JoJo, what is our question?
All right,
today?
Today's one of the best days of the year. Mardi Gras. It's Fat Tuesday, is what Chase and I call it every day. That's an evergreen joke. Today's Fat Tuesday, massive party in New Orleans. Our question today is, what is the best party you've ever been to in your entire life? What's the best party you have ever been to? 615-737-1025. Quick story, 1993, the coach and I snuck into the world premiere of Pure Country, the George Strait movie, at Fountain Square. We knew the security guard running the door. We got in. We walk into the party. The first person we see, the first couple we see, Troy Aikman and Lori Morgan.
Oh, wow.
And you name it, in the 1993, if you were a country star, you're at this party. And like, yeah, open bar. We're like, excuse me? We're like, yeah, I have an open bar. So we snuck in this party at Fountain Square. And then it was to see Pure Country. And it was an amazing. That was the best party I've ever been to in my life. A, because we snuck in. B, because we weren't invited. C, we had the best time. That was the best party ever, in honor today of being Mardi Gras.
Yeah. Oh, man, I got to think through this. Do weddings count?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's a party after the wedding, right?
Yeah. My friend Amber's wedding was pretty epic, because especially when Ricky and I took the microphone and
where was it?
It was in Daytona Beach.
Okay. Oh, even better.
Yeah, we drove down to Daytona Beach, and went to the wedding, and the reception was pretty awesome. They had their first dance. They had like a smoke machine.
Now how much of this do you remember? That's a key.
I remember pretty much all of it.
Okay.
And then afterwards, we went out on a boat into the bay, which was kind of fun.
On a boat, man.
Yeah. It was a little cold.
That's good, though. Dr. Crane, you got a party for us?
I mean, when I was in Italy, I got to hang out with some family, and we had a pretty big party because a lot of them flew in from Belgium. I think some from Germany, maybe, but they were all over the place, and some from Northern Italy, Southern Italy. We all just conversed into one spot.
What made the party
fun? Just to see everybody. I mean, these are family members I've never got to meet since I was like 2-3 years old. They were at my mom's wedding or my uncle's wedding, so I got to meet them for the first time back in like 2012. Then we came back in 2017 and partied it up once again. That's what made it so much fun. All the food, all the laughter. I mean, some people couldn't understand other people, but that was okay. It was all hand gestures. That's what made it great.
Yeah, that's good. Let me ask you this question to our listeners. Is it an epic party? Do the cops have to be called?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. All right. I mean, it adds to the allure. It adds to the mystique of your party. But if the cops are called, yeah, those are, I mean, it's epic. We're talking epic parties like that could go on. I mean, nothing's going to top a Mardi Gras party. Those are,
yeah, sure.
We'll get into that. But yeah, so the best party you've ever been to in honor of today, Mardi Gras. And tomorrow, the question's already done for us. Tomorrow, it's easy.
Okay.
It's 40 days. What are you giving up for 40 days? That's tomorrow. We'll deal with that tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow will be my last show for 40 days.
I always let people like, I'm going to give up soft drinks or cussing or something. Like, nah. I mean, do something tomorrow when you do the 40 days of Lent, something you could give up. There's a lot of things that you're like, I'm going to last like 3 days. You know? So with all that. So that's tomorrow. Yeah. So let us know the best party you've ever been to.
615-737-1025. And the question of the day, presented by Aries Tactical, your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical first-time shooters, you shoot for free. Just tell them Chase McCabe, that's me, sent you. Check them out at ariestactical.com. Our question of the day, best party you have ever been to. We're going to talk to a little more about the putting zone coming up in a few minutes. Dr. Crane was with us too. We came over here a few weeks ago and kind of played through it. And I mean, it's a lot of fun. If you're really into competitive golf and like hitting those long putts, I mean, this is a place for you. I mean, there's different zones you have to hit. There's different elevations you have to go through. It's not like, having to hit the ball through the clown's mouth.
Right. And you don't get one of those little rubbery putters.
Oh, yeah. You can bring your own.
Bring your own. I mean, they've got $100, like $200-$300 putters here that you could rent for like $3.
Yeah.
So this is not Gatlinburg mini golf. I mean, there's a huge event happening here in a month. We'll have the owner tell us about what all's happening here that we want you guys to know about. But it is a lot of fun. So you come here and work on it. You be a better putter, man. That's how you win. Be no more 3-4 putting on the green. Get in, and this is the simulation of the same thing you see on a course, man. But it's really, really cool. We had fun. Dr. Crane was fantastic. We want you fantastic.
He's very good.
Well, thank you. I just learned from my father and my dad. They're just the big golfers, just hand-eye coordination.
Your dad?
Yep, father. Oh, I said that, didn't I? My bad. My brother and my dad. Goodness gracious.
Padre.
I'm all over the place this morning, but no, yeah, my brother and dad are really good golfers.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, you were very critical of us golfing that day, of putting and everything. And
I mean, he looked at me and was like, "I'm disappointed in you," and walked off. And I felt 3 feet tall.
He did so good. So we'll talk with Bill, the owner of the Putting Zone, come up in a little bit about all that's going on here. And this huge event they're having next month is just really cool. It's going to happen here.
We will do that coming up next. Chase and Big Joe live today at the Putting Zone here on 102.5 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Here on this Tuesday, we're live at the Putting Zone in Nashville off Sitco Drive. and excited to be here today. Like we said, we were here a few weeks ago and got to play through and learn how all this works, and we're going to talk more about that, right, Joe? I'm
Yes, we
excited
are.
about this. We got the big man with us.
Yeah, we got Bill Rosigliano, the owner of the Putting Zone. Bill, thanks for having us out, man. This is so cool.
Yeah, it's our pleasure that you guys came here and doing this. It's great fun. Great fun.
So how did this? Because I asked you before we went on the air, you know, how many of these are there, and you said one. This one. How did this concept come about?
I've been a flooring contractor for 52 years, and I love playing golf. And my experience in flooring has always been in design and over the top type of stuff. And I always wondered if I could build a golf course out of carpet. And came to a couple of different designs and stuff back in the early 1990s, and came up with the concept of the zone concept, and patented it back in 1993.
Oh, wow.
The stuff that you see today at Pop Stroke, where they have the white turf is simulated bunkers and blue simulates water, that was my patent back in 1993. I patented the first environmentally simulated golf course back in 1993. Didn't have the wherewithal to fund it back then. Almost had it built in 2007. Had purchased some property. We were going to put up a building, and then 2008 hit, and we got decimated, and it got put on the back burner. I'd never envisioned at any point in time ever coming to Nashville, but Nashville found me through a series of different events, through a friend of mine who was going to be doing something in this building. He lured me here to say, I called him out of the blue. I hadn't talked to him in 5 or 6 years. I heard he bought a mall in Kentucky. I go, oh, I now know a mall owner. I wonder if he's got space to build the putting zone. He knew all about it because it's been going on for so long.
Right.
He said, no, I can't put you in there. I have the space, but somebody has a little miniature golf course. So he had exclusivity. He said, but I got something better. I'm doing something up in Nashville. I said, cool. He said, build. There's a whole half of a building that's not being taken. So I flew up to Nashville in April of 2024. Looked at this place, looked like how it was going to work. Was great. And took it from there. And we signed a lease on the property in December of 2024.
So when you said you had some designs and everything, when you were building this place, like how much of it was, okay, we're going to take what's on a piece of paper, we're going to make it what it is now, and did you have to tweak some things? Did you bring people in?
Actually, being in the flooring industry, was going to build a golf course myself.
Oh, wow.
That's what was going to happen. And then years ago, we had brought in Ron Garl and Ricky Nix, Garl Nix Golf Course Design, who are internationally known designers. They've built over 250 courses worldwide. We became friends 25 years ago. We went back to Ron and said, hey, Ron, I've got the concept, the putting zone. He had done drawings for us back then. And he comes back and I said, Ron, we want you to be involved in this project. So he then, we gave him the job to design the course. He had to stick within the parameters of the patent with the zone concept and stuff like that. But they created the topography, the layouts and stuff like that. And then they brought in, through their recommendation, a company called Turfex, Matt Thompson, who actually installed the course because they worked together. Another component with them was all these murals that you see around, and all these photographs are done by a guy by the name of John Johnson from J2 Golf Marketing. John Johnson is the go-to guy for the PGA Tour. He's had many covers of Golf Digest magazine that he's photographed. He's probably photographed every golf course in the world. He came in and he plays a big part in here too. So great team of all these professionals that got us to where we are today.
I love the website. Bill Rosigliano, the owner's with us. The puttingzone.com for more information. I had no idea there's a thing has competitive indoor putting. No idea. March 21st, ESPN is coming here, and you guys are doing what that day?
We are creating probably one of the largest professional putting tournaments, money-wise. We're going to have a $25,000 prize fund for this tournament. We've got commitments already from some of the top professional putters in the country, and we probably will get some international guys to come in here too because the prize fund's that big. So it's going to be a 2-round tournament. As of now, $25,000 worth of prize fund out there. We're getting great partners. We're starting to put a list together of sponsors to raise money and stuff. There's twofold situation. Number one, there'll be prize money for the players, but the putting zone has 3 components to it. One is golf. The second component is a museum. We have one of the largest and most historic antique putter collections in the world on display here.
Nice.
The third component, which is dear to my heart, is charity.
Yeah.
So we've identified 6 local charities in the Nashville area. And when you walk on our door, the first question we ask you is, who would you like to play for today? You get to pick one of those charities of your choice. And there's a variety of different things that go on with homelessness and foster kids and food. And we donate $1 per round to that charity who you get to choose. We anticipate first year here playing over 100,000 rounds of golf the first year. So that's $100,000 is going to go back into the Nashville community. This tournament itself will raise a lot of money for those charities and also for other charities involved. I'm a 35-year member of Kiwanis International.
Nice.
And that's in my heart. So my business model is you don't wait till the end of the year to see if you made any money. You have to be aware of the needs out there every day. So by doing that every day and somebody come in, we take care of those people in need every day and make everybody aware of it. And when they walk in the door, the feedback that we are getting because of that program is just off the charts. People are just loving it. And for us too, it's great support for the whole community out here.
I love fully immersed in the community, which is beautiful. And let's say this again. This is not mini golf. There's no clown here except Chase and myself. There's no windmill. This is a fully 18-hole, 72 par indoor putting facility. And I mean, I'm not describing it well enough on the radio. You need to come see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely come down and see it. It is the world's first 18-hole par 72 course. Nobody's ever built a par 72 course. By creating the zone concept in here and dog legs, you can bring it up to par 72. So nobody's ever done that before. So we are creating this whole new recreational sport. I personally think it's the next pickleball. We have that differentiating system in here that makes it highly competitive. When you start bringing in, we had the 16th ranked professional putter in the United States here probably a couple of months ago. Par 72 course, he shot 76. No one has ever. Show you how competitive it is.
Oh, that's great.
There are 36 zones on the course, 36 dog legs. No one has ever hit more than 3 zones in an 18-hole round.
Oh, you just challenge a lot of
very,
golfers.
very tough. But yes, you can come in. But this is an open tournament, so anyone can come in and play. It's going to be a $275 entrance fee. But first place, we think it's going to be about $10,000. So come in and join the fun. It's going to be live music, food. You're going to get a Cobra Puma shirt with our logo on it if you join the event. So we have great partners here with Bettinardi Putting, and we got putters, and we got Cobra Puma. We've got Vice. We just signed up Vice as our official golf ball
Bill?
of the putting zone. So
and the phone's already ringing off the hook.
Ringing off the hook, right?
Before the event, and I've been told. So for guys like Chase and myself who want to be great, but we're not, you now have a happy hour Monday through Friday, 4 to 8, $35, 18 holes, 2 beers included with that.
Yes,
that's
sir.
That's your happy hour. That's great.
Yep, happy hour. Come in and play. I think you'll find it competitive. You'll find a lot of fun, and it's not just for the putters. We're structured almost like a bowling establishment. In the mornings, we're actually going to be starting open at 6:00 in the morning.
Wow.
Catch with a tournament that the ladies and guys that want to play before they go to work, and catching the guys coming off a graveyard shift right in this area. There are a lot of companies that go 24/7. So we get those guys coming off the late shift. Mid-mornings would be the single moms or dads that are dropping their kids off of school. They want to do some socialization. Late morning into early afternoon, senior citizens, we give them a lunch package. We already had an assisted living facility bring a busload of ladies here. They had the best time.
Awesome.
They're hooting and hollering. We had such a great time with them. Afternoons will be intramural leagues with schools. We've identified 71 high schools within a 50-mile radius of the putting zone, and we're already getting feedback from golf coaches because in the Nashville
great.
area, their golf season ends in November, doesn't start up again till April. They're talking about creating a whole new winter season that they've never been able to do before.
Yeah.
We've also got interest from the middle schools. There seems to be a lot of middle school kids. And then at nighttime is a fun time when the tournaments and the leagues can play and take care of it. That's our big prime time.
Theputtingzone.com. You have memberships available.
Membership,
All that information is there, and you can also book a tee time.
Absolutely.
So that you made it easy for everybody.
There it is. We consider this a community golf club. You know, it's tough all around the country. More and more golf clubs are becoming private, which lock a lot of people out. You know, my whole concept in the beginning was to create a blue collar environment for guys because the two things that happen is number one, they don't have the time and they don't have the money to spend on playing golf. So by doing it indoors, we're climate control. You can play at night after work. And then on the weekends, when the golf courses are totally full, that's when you're there with your families and stuff. Bring your families. And then on the weekends for Saturdays and Sundays for us is family time. You know, there's going to be competitions against the Smiths versus the Joneses.
Yeah.
You know, the families are going to have over and under leagues where you got to be under 16 and you got to be over 50. So grandpa and grandson or grandma and whatever it is, we really want to encompass it all for the families to come in and play together.
Yeah.
And by putting this all together, I think we're creating something really special.
I love it. We were here the night we came out and tested out. There's a gentleman that drove from Mobile, competitive putter, and he was taking pictures of the course.
Yeah.
And I talked to him. He's like, yeah. He goes, we all know about this place. I'm like, God, from Mobile. He drove and he was driving back.
We had a guy. We had
hours.
a NC +3 family. They came from North Carolina. They came here. They were here all day. They played the course. They filmed the course. They've got a great a show and podcast or something out there. Now we're getting a tremendous amount of feedback, and it's only going to get stronger and stronger as we move along.
You recommend tee times, right? I mean, on the weekends.
That's the beauty of the putting zone. Right now, we're able to take a lot of walk-ins.
Yep.
Once we start getting busy, the way we set this up is 2-hour time slots. So we can get 72 people on the course at one time.
Wow.
Shotgun start. So your tee time would be 2:00. If it's booked, next time tee time is 4:00. Next tee time after that is 6:00. So we can get 72 people on the course at one time. It's
Love it.
And it's about an hour and a half to play around. We give it a 2-hour time slot. Come in, have some drinks, have some food. And special events, corporate events, we're booking up parties like crazy, you know. So the corporate world loves this place.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and we got a stage. We set up a stage for live music. We're in Nashville, so you know, we got a stage for live music. So we're gonna be rocking it. We've even got something set up for reggae Saturdays for the next 4 months. The last Saturdays last Saturday of the month for the next 4 months. And it'll probably go further than that, but
Hey, Bill,
be reggae night at the putting zone.
I see a little open mic comedy night over there.
Absolutely.
Right?
I love this place to be a really place for up and coming artists to come in and really check it out, play in front of a crowd, you know, and just test your stuff out there.
I love it,
Do whatever
Bill.
you need to do.
Good job, buddy.
Bill, thanks so much. This is awesome.
Thank you guys for having us. We really are honored to have you guys here, and we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Bill from the Putting Zone again. Go to theputtingzone.com is where you can find out more information. We're here all day today, or our show, I should say, until 3:00. But more coming from the Putting Zone. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe live today at the Putting Zone, 3040 Sitco Drive here in Nashville. Every hole has dogleg, zones, and strategy, and it's going to make you a better putter. Joe and I need all the help we can get. So.
I mean, the strategy, when we were doing it that night, I mean, Dr. Crane is so analytical. He was like, do this or that, and he was kicking our butt with this. But it's something, man. It's really a lot of fun. And indoor professional putters that have come, and ESPN's coming here for an event. It's pretty cool.
Preds fans, Smashville Live, presented by Gary Force Acura, returns tomorrow night at 6 o'clock here on 102.5 The Game. It'll be at Brewhouse South in Cool Springs, and our special guest this week is Preds general manager and longtime coach Barry Trotz. He will join Max Hers and Willie Donick tomorrow at Brewhouse South here on 102.5 The Game.
So that's cool. Willie's part of that tomorrow night?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be Max and Willie and Coach Trotz. I still call him Coach. I mean, he'll always be Coach.
He'll always be Coach.
So we look forward to that. It is now, we're entering the offseason. Teams can begin the franchise tag, placing that on different players if they want to. And so ESPN has come out with another best team fits for the top 50 players. Matt Bowen put this together. So I haven't looked at this.
I haven't either.
I haven't. I wanted to do it in real time to see, do they have anyone that it seems to be a fit for the Tennessee Titans. The first player they have, Trey Hendrickson, edge rusher, and the best team fit. Titans fans better hope this doesn't come true because they have the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, they're paying him a lot of money, man. I don't know about that.
Pickens is next. They have him staying with Dallas as the best fit for him. Tyler Lindenbaum, the center from, I think, Baltimore. They say the New York Giants, the best fit for him. Daniel Jones is fourth. They like him staying with Indianapolis. Jalen Phillips is the edge rusher. Best team fit for him, the Philadelphia Eagles.
So he's staying home.
Yep. And number 6, wide receiver Alec Pierce, the best team fit according to ESPN, your Tennessee Titans.
Oh, I do like that.
It's
not only is he good, but you're hurting the team.
Oh, yeah. It says, with the Titans in position to be active in free agency, I like Pierce in Tennessee under new offensive coordinator Brian Daboll. Pierce has the vertical stretch ability to produce down the field and can play a volume role as a multi-level target for quarterback Cam Ward. Pierce averaged a league best 21.3 yards per catch with the Colts in 2025.
Oh, I liked it. Now, why would the Colts not try to keep him?
I don't know. I mean, it may be – I got to look at their cap situation. They do have who's the other guy they have? They have the other receiver. Pittman, thank you.
Gosh.
Yeah, they have Pittman. So, do they want to justify – I mean, I don't view Pierce as a true one, but with this team – you bring him in with Iomanner and DK, and I expect Iomanner and DK to take steps forward.
Sure.
And then who knows what you're going to do with Ridley? Who knows what you're going to do?
So if you get Pierce, do you pass on Juwan Jennings? Because he's going to be –
Not necessarily.
He's going to be wanting 15 to 18 million.
Yeah.
I mean, tie that much money up in receivers?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. There's only one football.
Yeah.
I'd rather take Pierce. I want a guy who's going to stretch the field, right? I want a guy who's going to go 40, 50, 60 yards down the field. Juwan Jennings is not going to do that. Now, if Pierce goes elsewhere and you want a good possession receiver, I'm all about Juwan Jennings.
I think Jennings is a great red zone threat, but I also think DK and Iomanner have kind of become that as well. And if you keep Chigakonkwo, that's another part. I love Pierce.
Plus, you got to get to the red zone.
You got so you need a guy that can average 21.3 a catch.
So I like Pierce, stretch the field, hurt the Colts, and if he can have a little look. At some point in the Titans franchise history, they're going to sign a receiver who's going to do well, right? I mean, the history shows that these guys you bring in here aren't what we think they were going to be. And at some point, you're going to get a receiver who's going to play well. Why not be Alec Pierce?
Yeah. And look, people are texting, Indy's probably going to tag him. I mean, that's a lot of money if you tag him. A lot.
Yep.
So, I don't know, but just something to watch. Next, they have Breece Hall, the best fit for him. They have him staying with the Jets. Rasheed Walker, offensive tackle with Green Bay, I believe. Best team fit, Cleveland. Odafe Owe, edge rusher. I like him. They have him staying with the Chargers. Braden Smith, offensive tackle. They like him in Houston. John Franklin Myers, who is someone I'd pay attention to because he's got connections to Robert Saleh. They say the Falcons, but I think the Titans could be interested.
Where did he meet Saleh?
Jets.
Okay, yeah. I think you have to look at guys who Saleh is comfortable with at the Jets or the Niners. Plus, I mean, you got a guy with 3 names.
Yeah.
Psycho.
This guy, I want the Titans to go all in on as a free agent, and I think you do too. They say the Rams are the best fit, but I think he needs to come home to Tennessee, Alontae Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, actually, sorry.
You need to get that?
No, it's a friend of ours calling right now.
Oh, okay.
So we're not going to do that. Go to voicemail. I'd be all about that.
Yeah,
I'd be all about Alontae Taylor.
I love Alontae Taylor.
Well, now why are the Saints not going to keep him? Pretty good quarterback.
I think they could.
Right.
I mean, I definitely think they could. It's just if you tag a guy, or if you can't get him to re-sign, then you're going to essentially be overpaying for them because it's in it the top 5, the average.
Yeah, right. When is free agency period hit?
It is March. I mean, it's less than a month. The
17th?
No, it's the legal tampering opens at 11 Central on March the 9th.
March 9th.
With the league year starting on March 11th at 3:00.
Okay. I mean, that 24 hours was going to be beautiful chaos.
Oh, yeah.
Guys
I love it.
Here and there. And so, but let me ask you this then. If the Titans could get 2 guys, Pierce Taylor?
I think that'd be a win.
Pierce Taylor.
Because you got better at 2 position groups.
And then draft Bailey or Reuben Bain.
Yep.
And then you got Saleh.
Look, you got the money, so you could get depth pieces too.
Yeah.
But
right?
I think you'd feel really good about that.
Robbie and Rexford had a great conversation this morning about the tackle positions, right? If you draft a tackle at 4, people are going to lose their minds. So it's not going to happen. But at some point, you got to address this, right? Latham's not doing what we thought he would be, and Dan Moore Jr., I mean, he's a greeter at Walmart. I mean, he's not stopping anybody.
Right. They've been listening to us because they have Malik Willis on this list. Guess where they have the best fit?
The Dolphins?
Yep.
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins.
Hafley?
Yep.
Good. And look, I want Malik Willis to go down there and be an absolute success. Good for him. Because if he's a successor, that helps out?
Us?
No, no, not us. Who does it help out? If Malik Willis goes down there and he's a success.
I don't know.
John Robinson.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's a good point.
In an indirect way.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a good point. They have Kenneth Walker. They like him staying with Seattle. Let's see. Some others. Romeo Dobbs of the Raiders. It could be interesting. Khalil Mack, edge rusher, Tampa Bay.
How old is he now?
I'm with you.
He's like Von Miller, man, just hanging around.
They like Travis Etienne to Kansas City, which could be interesting.
See, Kansas City, if I'm a Titans fan, I'd be scared a little bit because they're coming back.
Yeah, they will.
They're coming back big time.
Jawan Jennings, best fit Carolina Panthers. I don't hate that for him either because that's a team on the come up. I don't hate that at all.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Boy Mafe, who was with the Seahawks, I believe. They say the Titans for him. New Titans coach Robert Saleh has a real need for edge rushers in his defense. Mafe, who could also be a good fit for the Bengals, can be schemed out of loaded fronts to see more one-on-ones using his first step quickness and great effort level to hit the quarterback. He had 2 sacks and 33 pressures last season with Seattle.
How about this? He's a defensive end?
Yeah.
And how do you say his last name?
I think it's Mafe.
Then change it to like Crazy Mofo and like have him bring out T-shirts. Let him. You got one job, baby. You're a Crazy Mofo. Go after the quarterback. I'm telling you, man. In 26, the Titans' whole mantra should be, "We're coming after your quarterback."
I agree.
Every single play.
Local connection here. Reed Blankenship, of course, pride of the Blue Raiders. They have the Arizona Cardinals as the best team
Poor
fit
guy.
for him.
Unless they're paying him the moon, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm curious why Philadelphia wouldn't try to keep him, because him
Yeah.
and Cooper DeJean, man, they form a nice little combo there in the defensive secondary.
Chig Okonkwo is on this list, and you're going to laugh your butt off when I tell you
Oh,
the best
let me
team
guess. Chig, New England.
Yep.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Look, if he goes, then you're all in on Gunnar Helm.
Yep.
Gunnar Helm is your guy.
Yep.
He's our Brock Bowers, our air quotes. He's your guy.
A lot of Titans fans have said they really want Wan'Dale Robinson. Obviously, he knows Dayball with the Giants. They say staying in New York, but with the other team, with the Jets.
Oh, okay.
Is what they say on this. Don't see. I don't know if there's any other Titans. There are not.
Okay. Well, all right. So, in summing this up, give me Pierce, give me Alontae Taylor,
Yeah.
draft Bailey or Bain, sign Tyrod Taylor's your backup.
Yep.
And I mean, you're already
and then fill in
right?
some holes.
I think you got to sign somebody that knows Dayball. We talked to Tim Hasselbeck about this last week about finding somebody that knows the offense well, can help Cam out if there's a little problem here and there, and then go. But I think there's a lot of upside, Titans fans. There's a lot of upside here if they apply it correctly.
By the way, there are a lot of veteran centers and guards on this list that I wouldn't be opposed to them
Get a guard.
Definitely need a guard, but I mean, I'd consider upgrading center too, but maybe do that through the draft.
It had been well with Cushenberry.
So what do you think? 615-737-1025. We have a few texts that weigh in on this. We will talk about those. Coming up next, Chase and Big Joe, presented by the Omni here on 1025 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday. We're live at the putting zone just off Sitco Drive, 3040 Sitco Drive. So come by and say hello. You can also register to win Predators tickets. We got that going on. Dr. Crane is back at the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. We're talking about ESPN put out the best fits for their top 50 free agents, and one that they have that has caught our attention, wide receiver Alec Pierce with the Indianapolis Colts. They have him coming to the Titans is the best fit. He averaged a league best 21.3 yards per catch with the Colts in 2025, would be a great target for Cam Ward. So what do you think there? And are there other free agents that pop out to you? 615-737-1025. James in Ashland City wants to weigh in on this. James, what's going on?
Hey, well, I just got in the car when y'all were talking about possible backups for Cam. I don't know what Will Levis's role is going to be next year or how healthy he's going to be. Quite frankly, we're not sure how Cam's recovery from his injury is going to be. But you guys mentioned, and I've said this before I even heard this, that Tyrod Taylor, as far as free agent quarterbacks out there, if you look at him, over his career, he's been just a very reliable, good backup quarterback, and I would love to have him to be back here backing up Cam Ward if he's available. He just, like I said, everywhere he's been a solid, good quarterback. The times he's had to step in to start, he's not done anything to really help teams lose the game. But I just look at him as a game manager and probably one of the best career backup quarterbacks. As far as the offensive line goes, we all know about the history, how awful it was with Petit Frere, Aaron Brewer, Andre Dillard. I could go on and on and on, but the line I think is a lot better this year. You mentioned you weren't really happy with Cushenberry. Do you before you let me go, do you think that we could do better at that position? And if so, who?
I mean, I think you could look at it. Can you truly get better at it? I think you don't really know without trying. I have a feeling they addressed that in the draft. So maybe you look at it as you keep Cushenberry one more year, you bring in a draft pick to sit behind him for a year, and then you go ahead and make the transition. Connor McGovern is available or perceived to be available. He's been with the Buffalo Bills as a center. He's somebody you could look at as a veteran in that position. Cade Mays is another one that I believe went to UT. He's a center that's available. And so you could look at him, and there might be a few others via free agency, but I think ultimately they have to prioritize what they think they need to go after.
And last question: if we're going to replace Pollard, which I'm all for, and heard y'all say getting rid of Tyson Chase Spears being a disappointment, would you be against drafting the guy from Notre Dame? I don't remember his first name. Love is his last name. Would you be against
Jeremiah
drafting
Love
him in the first round? Jeremiah Love, yeah. I'll listen off air.
Okay, thanks for the call, James. I'm not against drafting Jeremiah Love. I'm against drafting Jeremiah Love at 4. So, and I think that while he could be a game-changing player, running back is not your top priority. I mean, you got to get edge rusher or receiver or O-line. So I just don't think the Titans are going to have that opportunity. Now, if there's a run at a certain position and, you take your pick at 4 and Love is starting to drop and he gets late into the first round and you find yourself in a position that you can move back into the first round and take him, I'm not opposed to that. But if you feel like you're not going to be able to get something that's going to help you, to start that second round, maybe you try and move up into the back end of the first round. But I like him. I'd love if they could acquire a second first round pick that you use that, but it just kind of depends on where he ends up going and and all of that. But I like him, but I just wouldn't do it with the 4th overall pick. Big Joe rejoins.
Hey, buddy.
Now.
Sorry about that.
No, all good.
Just people showing up and getting autograph and pictures.
Yeah,
all the
absolutely. We just had a caller, James, ask about center. And, I said, look, here, Cade Mays went to Tennessee, right?
He did.
He's one that's available, or right now is. He's a free agent.
He
so,
did.
You could look at Connor McGovern or him, two veterans, and then I'm sure there are others out there. If you felt like they were going to be an upgrade over Cushenberry, what I almost lean towards, address that in the draft, bring somebody in to back up Cushenberry one more year, and then make the transition.
If you don't think Cushenberry's getting the job done, get rid of him now, right?
Yeah.
And go. Look, we got spoiled with Ben Jones.
Sure.
Right? We got spoiled with Kevin Mawai.
Yep.
And it's so funny. People like, wow, center doesn't matter until it matters.
Yeah.
Until you get somebody like Cushenberry who can't
Justin
block.
Hartwig was
right,
solid.
Right.
Then he goes and wins a couple of Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He does. That's right. So if you can find someone who could anchor that position down for a while, it's so important. But people don't care about the center or the guard until it's like, God, our center sucks.
Yeah.
But look, you got like Jackson Slater, the 5th-round guy they drafted last year out of Sacramento State. Can he step up at guard? He's had a year in the league now.
Who?
Is that Jackson Slater?
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
I
think they better hope so.
He had a nickname, the bulldozer, or the pancake machine, whatever it was. I mean, maybe give him a shot. I'd give him first shot at guard. He's in the house. You drafted him. See what he could do, and then find from that if he solidifies it. I like Skoronski. I am worried about J.C. Latham. I am worried about him because I think it's now mental to him. We spoke to him after the Raiders game when Max Crosby destroyed him, and Latham looked like he did not want to be there. Now, I think he played a little bit better down the stretch. I think once the pressure got off these guys, they played a little bit better. So I'm worried about Latham. And then, of course, Dan Moore is in his own world of not being good at all. So there's some problem there, and then rebuild. But, again, I give me the rush in and Alontae Taylor and the receiver to start up and then start building that part back bit by bit.
I was waiting for somebody to send this text after yesterday. 5526. What do you think about Westbrook Akine back since he's been cut by Miami?
No, we're good.
I'm good. He'll go to New England.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he ends up there.
I mean, is he better than DK? Is he better than Io Manor?
No.
He's a great guy. Good. He's a great story.
He's a good red zone threat. So if you go through the whole process and, let's say you cut Ridley, you land Pierce, so then you have your top three are Pierce, DK, Io Manor. Bryce Oliver's back under contract, so you can throw him in there. I mean, you still, I think, need more receiver depth, and you can't find anyone in the draft, and NWI still sitting out there. Then okay, I would look at it, but I don't think you make that a priority.
What about our boy Restrepo?
I mean, he'll probably be in training camp. He'll get an opportunity.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
There's the word. I love it.
The very, very small sample size we got, he didn't look half bad.
No, not at all.
So
everybody wanted to put him down.
Bring him back for training camp. So
no, I'm with you, man.
We'll ask Tim Hasselbeck about some of these guys coming up next. He's going to join us. We're live at the Putting Zone today here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier, back at the studio on the ones and twos. Let's say hello now to ESPN NFL analyst and Innsworth football coach Tim Hasselbeck, who joins us. Tim, what's up?
What's up? How are you guys?
We're doing fantastic. We're live over here at the putting zone today on Sitco Drive, and let me tell you, man, it's pretty cool. Some of the, I don't know how much of a golfer you are, but it's pretty neat, and it's not just your putt golf either. So it's pretty cool.
What do you mean you don't know what kind of golfer? Are you profiling me a little bit? What do you mean? Like most quarterbacks?
No, I look, I know we've been best friends for a long time, but we've never played golf together. So I don't know. I don't know what your skill level is.
I mean, let's be real. Like most quarterbacks, kickers, punters are good golfers, right? Like which would we agree? Like Ryan up and he's like an amazing golfer, like I'm just still learning if that's the case. I don't know why it was just this. I almost feel like it was disrespectful. Joe, didn't you say it was a little disrespectful? A little bit like how he said it? Like
absolutely it is. I did
right?
mean it that way, that's for sure.
Like, hey, I'm not going to athlete you are, but there's this golf guy. They expect that out of you, Chase.
I know. I apologize, Tim. It came off the wrong way.
It did, yeah.
It definitely did. So
Chase is just mad, Tim, that Panda Express didn't franchise tag Chase today, and that's a problem.
No, I'm a little upset over that, but that's okay.
If somebody did franchise tag you,
what
would be the franchise? What would be the franchise that tagged you? What would it be? Would Panda Express be the one, or is there someone else? Yeah.
No, me would be Coca-Cola because they don't want to lose me.
Right.
What about
mine would be Jose Cuervo Tequila. They would tag me in a heartbeat.
That was aggressive.
So I stay so slim.
Wow.
Right.
I know. We were just talking about an article that on ESPN.com about the best fits for the top 50 free agents that they have out there from Matt Bowen. And a guy that pops up that really caught our attention was Alec Pierce, the wide receiver. He has the Titans as the best fit for him, leaving the Indianapolis Colts. I love Alec Pierce. He had the league best 21.3 yards a catch. I think Cam Ward needs a target like that. Do you think that Alec Pierce would be a good fit here in Tennessee?
I do, and mainly just because I think he's a really good player, and I think receivers a position of need. Anytime you can get these big guys with amazing catch radiuses, that do a good job of tracking the ball down the field, I think there's a ton of value in that because, while you can say like, hey, receivers a position in need, there's also skill sets within playing the position. So I definitely think it fits. I think he has a skill set that would make sense. And just like I think there are a lot of things in that article that Matt Bowen put together that I think were good. Like, I think he had Trey Hendrickson ending up at the Colts. Like, I actually think it's an amazing fit and probably good value for them. I think he had Mike Evans going to the Bills. Like, to me, Mike Evans to the Bills is, much like the Alec Pierce conversation, only, obviously a much older player, different stage of his career. Does he go there in hopes of winning a Super Bowl? Like, to me, he could have a Devontae Adams type of impact, a guy that, throughout his career has caught touchdown passes, done an amazing job of it, kind of a double-digit touchdown guy, was not this past year, but you look at Devontae Adams, I think he caught 14, once he was paired with Matthew Stafford. So, I think Matt Bowen does an excellent job. I think it's a good fit. I think Pierce here in Tennessee would be a great fit.
We've had a big conversation on Tony Pollard. Do you, even though he's had 2,000-yard seasons since he's been in Tennessee, do you move off of him and move off of that contract and basically spend the same amount of money but go find, someone that's younger? Kenneth Walker's name comes up. Breece Hall's name comes up. Now, who knows if they're truly going to be available. But when you look at the running back position, do you think that that's a position that should still have some value, or are you in the camp that, hey, address that when you get done with all the other priorities? But Pollard's solid. If if you keep him, you're good. Or if you go out and get somebody else, you're going to be just fine, because that's a position that's easily replaced.
Yeah, I don't feel like the running back position in Tennessee is one that's going to be high on the priority list. And I think what's going on with guys like Breece Hall and what's going on with Kenneth Walker is prime example of that. I mean, the guy just had a great postseason, was a Super Bowl MVP, and his own team is most likely going to be like, honestly, like, we're okay. And the guy that had beat him out for much of the year, tore his ACL, late this season. So look, when you have an elite level back, Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, guys like that, it's one thing. But when you're talking about, all right, I just need starter level production, a guy that can be 1,000-yard rusher, I don't think it's as difficult to find. Now, it doesn't mean you can't have, kind of a miss on it, which is why I think I would just, probably let it ride with Pollard. He's been a good back. It probably ends up still being a committee thing. You can draft somebody in later rounds, maybe late in the free agency market at the running back position. You find improvement, but it would definitely not be an area of priority for me.
Talking to Tim Hasselbeck on the Chase and Big Joe show. Tim, one thing is getting the contract, but another thing, I'm sure you play with a lot of guys who sign massive contracts, and now becomes the middle aspect of, can you live up that? And the reason I bring that up, I did a thing with Barry Zito recently. He talked about when he signed a 7-year, $118 million contract with the San Francisco Giants, immediately the next headline he read was, can he live up to it? And it was just like, that's all he heard. Can he live up to it? Can he live up to it? Does it affect these guys when they come and they show up and like, oh, I got this big deal? Do you see them differently in a way of like, oh man, the pressure's getting to them? Because I would think it would, right?
Yeah, I've definitely seen it affect guys, in different ways. I've also, been impressed with guys in terms of how they've handled it. And so, that's really the thing that you don't know when you sign somebody to a contract. I mean, take a look, and it's quite frankly, it's probably why Jerry Jones has negotiated the way that he has, with some of his star players, just because it's like, wow, like I believe in the guy, I believe in his kind of grit, toughness, his desire to, try to play up to the level of the contract, but that's a lot of money and it can change your life. And so, I think that, look, I always, when I was at the Giants, Michael Strahan was in like year 15, and, he didn't want to come to training camp and stuff, but like the way he even played in some preseason games when I was there, I thought, that's incredible that a guy still has the approach that he still has to, to making it go. And then I, definitely saw other guys that was like, as soon as their hamstring felt remotely tight, they were like, don't think I can practice today. Like not worth the risk. So yeah. And it's just one of those things. I don't think until the guy is in that environment and you see him face some adversity.
I get it. All right. Yesterday, the Dolphins released Tyreek Hill. I was like, I take a flyer on him here in Nashville. 99.9% of the people that texted it and called in said absolutely not. I mean, he's still got a future, right? Somewhere in the league?
I think because the injury was so significant, not only did he tear his ACL, but he dislocated his knee. And for a 5'10" receiver that, his game is based on speed, and then he's coming off of an injury that some guys just can't come back from it. I think it's, by most accounts, there wasn't nerve damage, but, that's not something we really know. And so I think signing him is going to be difficult because there's just going to be a health aspect to where he is that teams aren't really going to know. And then you have a player that is, he's not going to totally want a contract that's, so team friendly in terms of protecting them if he's not healthy to go. So to me, that one comes down to the health. And then once you get beyond the health, you have to start to figure out, like, okay, there have been off the field issues. There have been in the locker room issues with him. So, how do you want to absorb that for a player that, again, is getting a little bit older. His game is based on speed,
Right.
And injuries like that have ended players' careers.
What would Andy Reid be the one that could corral him?
I think so. I think Andy does an amazing job of doing that. I don't think he's ever really shied away from it. It's part of the reason he drafted him in the first place. Now, if you look at what Andy has done this year, he basically has said, look, I'm putting a reset on this. I mean, so many assistant coaches gone. They weren't very good. I think that, he typically does a very good job of being ahead of the market in terms of when it's time to say goodbye to somebody. And so I think sometimes we say, like, we would assume that he would want him back because he was there. Maybe he doesn't feel that way. Maybe Andy is in a situation where he's like, look, it was good while it lasted. He was great in his prime to be able to put up with some of the headaches that he gives you in the locker room and off the field, but not now. And so I'm not 100% sure that Kansas City would be in play for him.
Tim Hasselbeck is with us, just on the Dolphins for a second. I mean, it's very apparent they're in rebuild mode. John Eric Sullivan was somebody that he interviewed here. He's been up for jobs. I like his background. I really like Hafley's background as well. Do you think that that's a situation that if ownership allows those two guys to do what they want to do, that they can rebuild this sooner rather than later?
You better get quarterback right, because, you could do a lot of really good things, but if you don't get the quarterback situation right, then it probably isn't going to matter. Playing in
okay, so is Malik Willis the bridge?
I don't know that Malik Willis is going to have to settle for a bridge contract. I think that would be the thing I'm, not totally sure about is, like, if the market is what people are kind of, saying that it's going to be for Willis. I mean, is he not getting north of $40 million a year? And to me, that's not really a bridge quarterback.
No, it's not.
And it only takes two. So, like, let's just say Miami's excited about him. Hafley was in Green Bay, liked everything about him. They won games with him, and he's like, oh, this can work. I know this can work. Well, then, Arizona feels the same way about him. Well, like, now, now he's not a bridge quarterback. He's a starting quarterback, and it's a long-term deal. You're fully committed to him. And so that's where I think this gets really interesting for Malik Willis, because I think he ends up with much closer to starter money than bridge quarterback money.
We'll have more with Tim Hasselbeck from ESPN coming up next, live at the Putting Zone here today's Chase and Big Joe on 102.5 The Game.
Hey guys, Big Joe here. Listen, we spent a lot of time on our show talking about mental health for men and telling you how wonderful you are, how beautiful you are, and how better our world is because you are here. And sometimes you're feeling low, feeling down. You need to go to therapy. You're unsure where to go to. We got you covered. We have a wonderful partner with us on this journey to help you get better. Just go to the GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show. There on the right side, you'll see a link for Unity Psychiatric Care or UnityCares.com. They are just a wonderful place for you to get better and get well. It's private. It's secure. It's confidential. They offer telehealth. We need you here. Listen, I don't need to know what you talk about. I just need you to go. Going to therapy changed my life, right? If you go one time, I promise you'll find that gratitude in your life. You'll grow closer to God. You understand why you are here and how great that you are. Again, go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show. There on the right-hand side, you'll see a link for Unity Psychiatric Care. If you're unsure about therapy, unsure where to go, please go there. It all lays it out for you, and it's very simple to do and figure out and start therapy. Or this is also important, if you have a loved one that you are pretty sure they're going through something and you need help, they need to get help, you could be that person to get them that help. Again, the GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show, and there on the right-hand side is the link for Unity Psychiatric Care or UnityCares.com. Listen, we tell you all the time how beautiful our world is because you are here. Please know that, and please know you don't have to go through any of this alone. All right, welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe Show live at the Putting Zone 3040 Citgo Drive, theputtingzone.com. ESPN will be here next month for an indoor competitive putting tournament, which I had no idea existed until today, but it's wonderful. Let's continue our conversation with Tim Hasselbeck. Tim, tomorrow, Gus Bradley, Brian Daboll meet the press here in Nashville. Robert Saleh has said he's going to be the defensive coordinator. What is Gus Bradley's role then if they're going to call him defensive coordinator, but he's not calling plays?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it during the week in terms of devising the plan, setting the essentially, putting the game plan together, installing it to the players, all of those things. And so, I think that, ultimately there's a lot that goes into it during the week. Who actually ascended it into the defensive play caller is just, kind of one aspect of it. It's almost like, there's probably an exaggeration to it, but it's like saying, all right, hey, you're a captain, and so you're going to go out to the coin toss. Like, you could make the argument that walking out to the coin toss is the least important thing you do as a captain. It's everything else that you do during the week as a captain that helps lead your team. So, to me, there's a lot of responsibility when you're a head coach in the NFL, meeting with media and dealing with players and, other aspects of kind of the direction of the organization, that sometimes you just need help if you're the guy that's going to be calling the plays, on Sunday, just with the actual installation of it, the ideas in terms of, maybe wrinkles that you have each and every week. And so I think Gus Bradley will be a massive asset. I think he's probably somebody that Saleh trusts. At the same time, Saleh may just, enjoy calling the defenses, part of, maybe what he thinks gives him a competitive advantage.
Flipping from a 3-4 to Robert Saleh and Gus Bradley, 11 to 4-3. You got Jeff Simmons and Sweat in the middle. I mean, so it's imperative, right? You got to have guys off the edge to get after the quarterback. That's the only way the 4-3 works.
Well, yeah, and, the way it works now is every team is multiple now. I mean, that's just the way it works, so teams that are 4-down teams, a lot of times you get the third down, they become a 3-down team, and then vice versa. If you're a 3-down team, oftentimes, it's a 4-down look when you get the third down. So, I think I used to think it was a huge deal, and that clearly is important based on, the personnel that you're trying to sign and just philosophically, what you're going to live in, on the defensive side of the ball. But everybody is doing both. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. And everybody's doing a good amount of both, because you kind of have to, because it just makes it so much harder for defenses to defend. So, you're really talking about a first and second down defense when you talk about being an even front or an odd front team.
I think one of the things that freaked me out was years ago, I think it was the Ravens that did that on defense. All 11 guys were standing up. I'm like, what are they doing? And I was like, what's going on here? I just thought that at the time. Now it's commonplace. But when I first saw all 11 standing up, I'm thinking, this is crazy. You're a quarterback. When you see all 11 standing up, you're probably thinking, what in the hell is about to happen?
Hey, listen, a little bit of a shout out to Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan, much like his dad, did some things that were wildly creative and changed football. And, that's a great example. It was so much at that era of football with the quarterback, identifying the front, setting the protection by the mic call, and which way they're going to slide and do all that. Well, what do you do if, Haloti Ngata at, the nose tackle at 315 pounds is standing right next to Ray Lewis, who's standing right next to Ed Reed, that's just, right. That's the reality of it. And it destroyed a lot of people. And, and so it's kind of interesting, because there's definitely a lineage of, on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, it was the Bear defense with Buddy Ryan. But guys like Greg Williams, who people remember being the defense coordinator here in Tennessee, some of the creative stuff that he did, which, I think also, Rex was, kind of off of obviously the same tree, but, Rex did a lot of, and it definitely changed football. So that's what I mean about people are so on the defensive side of the ball, it's gotten very complex. And that's why 3-down, 4-down, all that stuff is great. But if you look at like Seattle is a pretty good example of, they've just decided, look, we're going to just identify and draft better players, and we're going to rush 4, play coverage, and still have a lot of success.
It's funny, Tim. One day we got a call. Somebody called in because the Titans defense was playing really bad and said, well, why don't you just use the 46 scheme the Bears had in '85 and apply it? That worked well. I remember telling the call, I was like, I need you to go research that Bears defense of 85 and see if that works here. And they called back later and said, there was like 4 Hall of Famers on that. I say, yeah, that's why that 46 worked there. It's not going to work here.
Yeah, well, listen, the players matter for sure, right? Like, I mean, that's and again, I'll just use like Seattle as the example. You know, they get Leonard Williams, they signed DeMarcus Lawrence, Ernest Jones was clearly tapped to be a guy that would play well inside. They get Nicky Memori, they draft a 6'4" corner. Like they have done a remarkable job at adding length and speed and really good players on the defensive side of the ball, which has helped them, play the way that they've played.
Tim Hasselbeck is with us, ESPN NFL analyst. So kind of looking at how you used to look at things when you would be approaching free agency, and I know they've made like the legal tampering period and all of that, and which I think is great. But when you approached it, what were things that went through your head, like what you were looking for, the process you went through that some of these guys are going to be doing over the course of the next few weeks?
I mean, like, can we be real? It's like, okay, how much money are you going to pay me? Am I going to make the team? And are they going to draft somebody in my position? I mean, those like for most players, what they care about is, are they going to draft somebody in my position? And are they going to pay me enough money that it's unlikely that they cut me? So like that would cover at least 80% of the guys that are, going to sign new contracts. And then, beyond it, the guys that are, more priority free agents, they start to, pay a little bit more attention to other things in terms of, the money will dictate a lot, the contract will dictate a lot, but, do they feel like they can go have sustained success at that place to get to the next contract? So, I mean, that's, that ultimately that is, I think it kind of boils down to those things, right? Like, it's not much more complicated than that, for players. Guys that are on the roster bubble want to make sure they're there, and guys that, know they're going to be there want to know that they're going to be set up for the contract after that.
Tim Hasselbeck joining us here on the show.
Tim, our question of the day is, in honor of Mardi Gras and Fat Tuesday, what's the best party you've ever been to?
Best party I've ever been to.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would guess like senior week or something leaving college. We did this thing like Dance Through the Decades, so it was just like a different theme each, it was like 80s, 50s, 70s, I think I'd have to go that route. I'm trying to think of another party.
Maybe something, one of your little New York parties up there that you got to attend?
No. I think that's either that or like when your kids have their first birthday party. How about that? That's pretty good. When your kids
that's
have
a nice dad answer.
Birthday.
That's a great dad answer. I love that.
I mean,
maybe the next biggest party is when Innsworth wins the state championship in football.
I mean, we might act like we've been there before because we have, but just, maybe people do that.
All right. I like that. That's a good answer.
Yeah, because, hey, listen, I'm not talking about partying in high school kids. Okay. We're not doing that.
I'm with you on that one. All right.
Tim, appreciate the time as always. We'll talk next Tuesday.
That was also a dad answer, a dad of 2 high school boys. So
I understand.
I understand.
See you, fellas.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it. Tim Hasselbeck joining us here on the program, ESPN NFL analyst, and also the very, very successful and responsible head coach of the Innsworth Tigers.
Good dad, man.
Good dad as well.
To do that. Yeah.
We'll react to some of that again. We are live today at the Putting Zone, and we're excited to be here and for them to have us today. It's off Sitco Drive at
3040.
Thank you. 3040 Sitco Drive. The Putting Zone is creating the next great recreational sport, competitive putting, and it has taken off. No mini golf. It is the world's first 18-hole par 72 professional indoor putting course. And once you see it and play it, you're going to want to go back again and again. We're here until 3 o'clock today. You can come by, say hi, check it out, and register to win Preds tickets as well. It's Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday. Appreciate Tim Hasselbeck for joining us in the last segment. Joins us every Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
The top 3 SEC football coaches on the hot seat is out.
Oh, really?
Can you guess number 1?
Can I read something unrelated real quick?
Sure.
That was going to take 2 seconds, and
Sure,
I just want
pal.
to throw it out there.
Absolutely.
Tiger Woods did a press conference today. I think it's his event, his tournament that he has. And he was asked, so with all the recovery you're going through, would you say the Masters is off the table? He said simply, no, and smirked.
Okay.
So
good for him.
Something about a couple months away at Augusta. Could Tiger
How old is he
jump
now?
back in?
52?
No,
Is he 50?
he's 50, yeah. He turned 50 in December.
Okay.
So
I'm telling you, man, it's with rehab and training and all the stuff that's out there now. I mean, another 10 years.
So we'll see. He hasn't played since the 2024 Open Championship at Royal Troon. So he had his 7th back surgery in October.
Gosh.
Yeah. So it'd be cool to see him at Augusta at least one more time.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And, I remember in, what was it, 86 when Jack Nicklaus won it.
yep.
He
was like, what, 47?
40. You know, like he was 40? What, is he older than that? Hold on.
I thought he was mid 40s. Was
I think
Jack
it's 40. Was he 40? Here we go, folks.
46?
He's 46 when he won it?
He was close to 46, yeah.
So he's 45.
Or no, he was 46, 2 months and 23 days old.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know. Is that the oldest Masters winner?
I believe so.
I mean, that was 1986, if I remember correctly.
That was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So nuts.
And I tell you, I was around for that. I remember that. And we've talked about the Jimmy Connors at the U.S. Open at 40 years old, by the semifinal. I'm like, he's 40. He's 40. Can you believe that? And I was like, at the time, I'm like, God, that's old. Then you pass 40, you're like, yeah, not so bad.
Right.
So, and Brady playing into his mid-40s, I mean, all this stuff. I mean, now if you take care of your body and you don't get injured, which is, I know, part of it, I get it, but you could play a long time.
One of my favorite stories that my dad would tell me. So I never met his dad, my grandfather, because he died before I was born. He had cancer, and he was getting treatment up in Milwaukee. And this was, radiation, like a lot of cancer treatment stuff was very, very new back then. And so my dad was up there seeing him and asked him, like, what do you want to do? And he knew it was the tournament was at Doral. And he's like, I want to watch Jack at Doral. And they didn't have TVs in the room. They wouldn't let you bring TVs, but they would let you bring a radio that got television signals so you could listen to the audio. So my dad went to like Radio Shack or something. He bought this radio that got TV signals. So he set it up and everything, and they listened to the tournament. It was the last round, and Jack was like a few strokes back, and my grandfather is, right at death's door, and he can't say much. And Dad's like, well, I don't know if Jack's got it in him. And my grandfather's like, Jack's going to make his run. And sure enough, he did and won the tournament. And so my grandfather passed a few days later, and Dad donated that radio to the hospital. But that was, whenever I hear Jack, I think of him, because my grandfather absolutely loved Jack Nicholson.
Well, Jack Nicholson was Jack Nicholas.
I was like,
I like Homer.
I love Jack Nicholson too.
When Homer was like, do it for Jack Nicholson. When Bart was at a golf tournament, Jack was hated.
Yeah.
Because everybody loved Arnold Palmer. And he started coming up beating Arnold Palmer, and people just got so mad at him. And it kind of turned when Jack became very famous and guys start beating him, and they're like, oh, how dare you do that? It's evolved a little bit into Tiger doing that. But just an absolute legend. I couldn't imagine doing that.
If you had to pick someone to win one hole, I don't care the course. We'll say Augusta. To win one hole at Augusta, and you can pick between Nicklaus Palmer, Player, or Woods? Who are you taking?
Well, I'm taking Tiger Woods, no doubt. But because
I think I'm still taking Jack.
Because I grew up on Tiger. I mean, we saw that. I mean, he was what Tiger Woods did to golf was unprecedented and still shaking the sport.
Yeah, well, it's true.
But again,
I still would.
You look at the equipment Tiger's got compared to what Jack had, compared to what Arnold had, and compared to what Bobby Jones had. I mean, it's just Look in front of us. There's a putter, and I think it's like a 1912 putter. Could you putt with that? The second to the left.
That looks like something I'd dig a hole with.
Right. And that's an antique putter. So you look at what they had. It's very unfair to compare everything like that. It really is because, you're digging a garden with that putter. And that was considered a perfect putter back in the day.
Yeah. Coming up next, we'll get to the hot seat.
Sure, buddy.
The three SEC coaches that are starting the season on the hot seat. We'll do that next. From the putting zone, Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. We're live at the Putting Zone 3040 Sitco Drive here in Nashville. Our show is presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel, where we will be on Thursday. And tune in this afternoon. Vanderbilt baseball takes on Eastern Michigan at the Hawkins Field. Coverage begins at 4:15 on 94.9 The Fan and the Game Nashville app, and it's presented by Gary Force Acura. You have the hot seat for SEC football coaches.
Well, I love this because it's February. It's like, all right, the hot seat's out there. So we'll just give you the top three, and this is according
Can
to,
I guess?
Yeah, hold on, buddy. To the Saturday football newsletter, which is really good. All right, number 3 is?
Shane Beamer.
No.
Okay.
Shane Beamer's number 1.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man. This should be pretty easy.
Let's see. Well, I've had to remember who all got fired. Brent Venables.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Come on. Which fan base is insane?
All of them.
All right.
Kalen DeBoer.
Kalen DeBoer, right? Alabama was fans not thrilled how 25 played out. He said he's on a little bit of safer footing right now, but the schedule's pretty tough. Alabama will play LSU and Tennessee on the road while hosting programs like Georgia, A&M, Florida State, and Auburn. It's not hard to imagine 3 losses from that group, which would make things extremely uncomfortable for Kalen DeBoer. If he goes 8-4 and botch the quarterback thing, who knows? They have a new quarterback there.
I think he's out.
It'd be rough.
Yeah.
They're not going to – this will be third year.
So Beamer's 1, DeBoer's 3.
Yeah, and the one that number 2 I don't agree on at all is
it Heupel?
Jeff Lebby, Mississippi
Lebby.
State.
Interesting.
That's accurate.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Just because in the bowl game, their next year's starting quarterback got hurt, ruptured something in his ankle, and then he got surgery in the offseason. So their future's kind of in shambles right now. I'd agree to that.
Huh.
I don't
So is
know.
there anything beyond 3?
No, just those top 3 right there. I think Lebby, they came close in a couple of games. I mean, they almost beat Tennessee. They
And
botched
Texas.
it in overtime. And
Yeah.
Texas, they had Texas done.
Because I thought I would not have agreed with it, but I thought you were going to say Heupel was on that list. I wouldn't have agreed with it at all.
No,
He shouldn't be.
I don't
but-
think so.
But I think there's some people that think he is.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of questions. How this Aguilar thing is going to play. Is George McIntyre the answer? If he's not, why are all the
Well,
good?
what about that 5-star they just brought, the freshman?
Do you want to start a 5-star in the SEC? I don't.
Vanderbilt's probably going to.
Yeah. But is that ideal?
No.
Jaron Curtis is great, but I haven't seen him go against Alabama or.
Well, you haven't seen him go up against TSU.
True.
Like you haven't seen him go up against anybody.
So these are all. I just think these are funny, but I like Lebby. I like what he did. They had not a lot of talent there last year, and they competed.
I was told he likes you.
He does. So Dr. Crane, being that typical SEC football fan, get rid of him. Get
I'm
him
not
out of
saying
here.
get rid of him. I'm just saying that's an
get-
accurate assessment of a top 3 coach.
Okay. So let me throw this at you. There are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new head coaches in the SEC.
God, almost half
with obviously moving around and stuff like that. It's probably unfair to put Kiffin in this conversation, but he did take a new job. What first year with their program has the best year?
Oh, that's
Is
a
it Lane?
great
Is
question.
Lane set up the most for success?
I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of him anyway, and I don't know. You're gonna laugh. But I think Kentucky hit gold with their coach.
I think they did too. That's not my answer, but I think they did. I'm going to put Lane in his own little category.
Okay.
And just put him aside. I think Alex Golish is going to turn out to be a really, really good hire for Auburn if they let him do his thing.
I could see that. I think he plays that offense that they like.
Didn't he bring the quarterback with him?
I don't know if he did or not.
Is
Is that a Tennessee quarterback? The one that left Tennessee to go to South Florida?
Is it Hewitt? No, Byron Brown.
Well, he had a UT
Byron
quarterback.
Brown. Yeah, he was a South Florida quarterback.
Was it UT before that?
That sounds familiar.
He took one of the
No,
quarterbacks
he was
with
four seasons at USF.
him. Okay.
Jackson Arnold went to UNLV for Mullen. Yeah. No,
I mean, look, he runs the offense. Players like him. It's upbeat, it's up tempo, which is good. But look, that job, you got one, you got to beat Alabama. I mean, that's the main thing. But if you could take some of that momentum away from Alabama right now, yeah, it works. It's crazy. In the 80s when Bo was there at Auburn, I mean, they had a nice run where they just punched Bama in the face. And then Tuberville won, was it 6 straight over in the early 2000s before Saban got there? And there were times. So it has happened where Auburn has ran that state. And so maybe he does. I mean, I think it's a great hire. Auburn needed that because
I honestly
Hugh
like
Freeze, terrible.
Like the younger, the up and coming coaches that got brought into the SEC this year. I honestly like all of them. I mean, Pete Golding. I like Pete Golding.
Players love him.
Players seem to love him too. I think we saw that in the playoff. Silverfield, look at what he did at Memphis. Gets that Arkansas job. I don't think Arkansas is a bad job. It's an SEC job. It's not a bad job.
Yeah.
Summerall at Florida. I don't think Florida is the job that it once was, but you go there and you win 9 or 10 games a year, you're good.
No, you are good.
And then I like Will Stein. I think Will Stein is a sneaky good one as well.
I think that nobody talks about him. He's brought the quarterback with him from Oregon, I think, if I remember correctly reading that, or the backups. So you go in there, nobody expects you to do anything. That's when you succeed the best. So I don't know, but I don't. Beamer at South Carolina after having a great 24. I remember how cocky he was, walk around SEC media days, and they did the documentary, and he was a big part of that. It's like, and you got the good quarterback and Sellers, and then 25 was terrible. So he's got one more year to get it done.
So let's say Bama doesn't get it done. DeBoer gets shown the door. You no longer have to be the one that followed the one. You have to follow the one that followed the one.
Right.
Who gets that job?
Well, obviously Kiffin will probably try to get it.
I don't think so. No.
I mean, he can't. I mean,
I have one. Steve Sarkisian. I think they would go after Sark.
But again, I mean, you're still. I don't know. I mean, he could have a good year at Texas. I mean, so
let me throw a it's a hot take, but out of left field one. What if Cam Ward has an amazing year?
Okay.
He was the OC.
Well,
and he coached under Daddy.
True.
Daddy's going to have a say in the hire.
But do you want to deal with the NIL?
No, I don't know. That's why I said it's out of left field and it's a hot take.
I mean, you used to have a thing now.
You throw out names that
when you get a quarterback committed to you, it's like, hey, I think he might flip to Texas. It's like, oh, okay, all right. Then you call them like, hey, we really want. And now it's like, hey, Texas is offering him $8.2 million. We can only give him $4. Well, it's done. Then you used to have a way to barter these guys before the NIL. Do you want to deal with it? I wouldn't. Our coach buddy deals with it every day. It's driving him crazy. So imagine that times 10. I mean, every day, guy. I don't know if Dayball says, you know what, I'm good being an OC. I'm making a couple million here in Nashville. I'm doing fine. I'm having fun. I think more and more guys are going to stay in the pros and not go back to college.
And he probably will. I'm wanted to create a little conversation.
That's a great. He was there and won a national championship with him in 2017. That's a great. I don't think it's out of left field at all. I think that's a great kind of one to put out there because he's been in college and won the national title. I just don't, man, at the headache now. Like Chip Kelly, right? When he left Ohio State and went to the Raiders who got fired, but it's kind of like, I just want to call and coach football. I don't want to deal as a head coach, deal with all the stuff that's going down the pipe. I wouldn't either.
Yeah. And look,
you're a boss. You got to deal with people all the time, right? So it's the same thing with these college coaches. Like, this guy wants this, a guy wants that. Oh, my gosh. This school's looking at him. That school's looking at it. And it just is It's more than coaching, and I don't think coaches signed up for it.
Well, and I think a prime example of why you're right. Look at the list of SEC coaches. Half of them are ones that are in the up and coming list. Coming from the G5,
Yeah.
the G6.
Yeah.
I mean, and think about the Alabama job. I think everybody and their brother knows why Nick Saban was like, I'm good. I'm done. He didn't want to deal with the BS anymore.
Nope.
Then okay, it's like, Sark will leave Texas for that. He stays. And that could change in a year or two, but they all decide like, hey, I'm going to just ride out where I'm at, or because
Right.
they don't want that pressure.
There's that
So
pressure.
I get that. I think you're right in that sense. But
And people will ask like, why, can they get, could so-and-so school get that momentum going to the next year? No.
Yeah.
You're losing 30, 40 guys. You're bringing in 40 guys. They have no idea what your team went through the previous year. They have no idea. So the continuity doesn't carry over. Now you concentrated on 1 year at a time. Then the next year, about next year, because you're not going to have a guy who's going to stay there 4 or 5 years, man. If you're decent, they're coming after your guy. He's gone.
So of the 16 head coaches, in the had to think, how many are in there? Who's got the most pressure going into this season?
I think DeBoer does. I really do, because it's Alabama football. You have a high level, but also don't put out the fact that Kiffin's got a lot of pressure.
Oh, he does.
You lose that game at Ole Miss. You lose that game in Knoxville.
No. You lose. Do they play Alabama?
They do.
Yeah. I'll tell you another one, and I think it's a good thing, but it's there. Clark Lee. They got to. I mean, I'm not saying pressure like loses job pressure, but I'm saying
good point.
You've done it the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Now the quarterback changes. Can you? And I'm not saying they have to have a 10-win season again this year. They can take a step back to with a young quarterback, but you got to show that you're still moving in that right direction, and I think they can with the system they have. But
yeah, but
people
also
are going to always look at that.
Also, Clark Lee built a defense that was the fastest and probably biggest and best defense I've ever seen at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
So he built that on the defensive side of the ball, not with Pavi on the line. I don't think if Clark Lee can do that at defense, I think he could do it again with Pavi being gone. And I'm telling you what, man, if Clark Lee can do it again in 26, if I'm another college, I'm coming after him. I'm coming after him. I'm telling you, man.
And look, but if you're Vanderbilt, you want to be at that party. We talked about the best party you've ever been to. Vandy wants to be at that party.
Oh, absolutely they do.
I think like in the party of, hey, having to cut a check every year to keep your coach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what the big,
right,
that's the big boys do. So 615-737-1025. We'll have more coming in hour number 3. Again, we're live today at the Putting Zone. You go to theputtingzone.com to check out and learn more about it. But it is a fantastic facility, state of the art, here at 3040 Sitco Drive in Nashville. And you come here and it is competitive putting. We're here until 3 o'clock. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. We're live today at the Putting Zone, 3040 Sitco Drive here in Nashville. Joe is going to be giving a clinic later on this afternoon.
About how to properly launch your putter when you don't. I played a golf tournament years ago at the Hermitage, and I quadrupled bogey, and I went to my bag and picked up a 4-iron, which nobody ever uses a 4-iron, and did 3 spins and launched it into the lake at the Hermitage Golf Course. So if you're ever out there and you're looking for balls, you see a rusted 4-iron, you know whose that is. It's mine. Famous story. There's also a famous story of one Vince Gill who had a meltdown on a golf course and was caught on tape by former Channel 4 cameraman John Wilson one time.
Having a meltdown?
Meltdown, and him and John became John Wilson, rest in peace. What a good man. And yeah, it was Vince and John had agreement that would never be shown ever again. But golf brings out, it brings out the worst in people. It does. It brought out the worst in me.
Oh, sure. Look, I think I accepted, though. I'm terrible and just
Join the
roll
crowd.
with it. So I just try and have fun.
My favorite moment ever on a golf course, I've told you the story. I was golfing with our friend Johan Koch years ago in Bob Mueller's tournament, and I launched like a 320-yard drive. I hit the guy on the green in the back of his leg, and the guy got in the cart and came back towards me, and I'm like, "Here we go, here we go." And he got closer, and I said, "I know this guy." The closer he got, Charlie Chase.
Oh, no.
I was like, "Oh my God, it's Charlie Chase." He's like, "Who hit me in the back?" I'm like, "I did, but you're Charlie Chase." Holy hell, it's Charlie Chase. He was madder than you know what, man. I'm like, "Oh my God, Charlie Chase is going to whip my ass at the Hermitage Golf Course." I was so excited. He was so irritated that I wouldn't shut up. I'm like, "But it's Charlie Chase. Come on, man." And he just drove off. Like, "I'll never do it again." I'm like, "Oh, and that's all I'm going to try now. Hit Charlie Chase." So, God, that was 20-something years ago, man. So excited.
Oh, that's funny.
When you see that jet black hair and that mustache coming towards you and that realization that's Charlie Chase, so excited.
I was at a Hall of event a couple of years ago, and Crook and Chase got put in this Radio Hall of Fame. I think it was the Radio Hall of Fame. And I'm like sitting there watching him, and I'm just like, "It's Charlie Chase."
That's right.
It's Lorianne Crook.
McGavitt graduate, by the way. Lorianne Crook.
Really?
But it's Charlie Chase, man.
Yeah. Yeah. They came out and did like an episode of Crook and Chase at Loveless one time when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I remember my grandmother being all excited about being on Crook and Chase.
Man. Charlie Chase is up there on the level of a Ralph Emery to me.
Oh, yeah.
Man. He was huge. Just seeing him like, "Oh, my God, it's Charlie." Like Charlie Chase, Ralph Emery, Teddy Bart.
Yeah.
These guys were all legends growing up. And now it's like Nick Barris. Those in the same vein, those same guys that people recognize and know well.
I don't know how it is in other cities, but I feel like that's a really cool thing about Nashville of the media personalities are around for a while.
Yeah, it wasn't, and our friend Ricky could attest to this. Isn't George Clooney? I think his dad was a newsman in Cincinnati.
I think that's correct.
For years. And so he was like, "Oh my God, that's."
Well, Jerry Springer was the mayor.
Jerry Springer was the mayor. That's right.
But
yeah, those guys, and I think every city's got those legends of TV. We had with Dan and Chris Clark and Bob Mueller. These are all guys because they're in your house.
And Holt.
Every time. Right. Yeah. So these are all legendary people, legendary folks. And I remember the first time Bob Mueller tossed to me, "Sports is good at Joe Dubin," and I was like, "Oh my God, Bob Mueller just said my name on TV." It was a very cool moment.
And you were like, "I'm glad I spelled that right on the prompter."
Yeah, right. Although the prompter's great. I remember one time Alan Frio read my tees. He's like, up next in sports, we got da 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 da. He's like, oh, okay, Joe, what's up in sports? I'm like, you just read my tease, Alan. Whatever you just said is coming up there. So it's one of those things. And I don't know, man, we've had some iconic people roll through here like that. But I think getting my butt kicked by Charlie Chase, I'd have let him.
Oh, yeah.
Just, it's like the Bob Barker and Happy Gilmore, beating him up. I'm like, I beat up a Charlie Chase on the golf course.
Have you ever had anybody hit you on the golf course?
Close. No. I've had somebody, I've been standing next to the golf cart and the thing hit the pole. I mean, within inches of me and just tagged. That's the closest.
I kid you not. It was in Gatlinburg. It was one of the boys' trips. And I had, at this point, we're about halfway through. So I was feeling pretty good.
Right.
And I'm just standing there, we're waiting to hit, I think. And I feel something just hit me right in the ass. And I turn around and there's a ball.
Ouch.
I mean, it felt like,
yeah.
I mean,
Lucky it hit
felt
your
like,
head,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Well, no, yeah, I was glad. I mean, there's more meat back there.
Did you pick it up and keep the ball? I would have.
I don't remember what I did. They said they were sorry, so I wasn't a jerk about it.
They were sorry.
I'd
have kept the golf ball. If it's like a really good golf ball, I was like, I haven't seen it. Why's your ass red? I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, keep the golf ball and don't worry about it.
615-737-1025. Our question of the day.
Yeah, in honor of today's Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, what's the best party you've ever been to? The best party you've ever been to. Mine was we snuck in to see the premiere of Pure Country in 1993 at Fountain Square, and we go in, it was like Troy Aikman, and then there's George Strait, and there's Lori Morgan, every country music star you could imagine. It was the best party I've ever, outside of Mardi Gras, the best party I've ever been to.
Mine is my good friend Amber's wedding in Daytona Beach like 3 years ago. It was fun.
Was the wind blowing and feeling good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those are the best.
Yeah.
The ocean.
Yeah. I know there's others, but I'm bad at remembering, especially if I have a good time at the party.
Well, yeah. I mean, our high school graduation party, we had, half of Nashville showed up at the party, and it was hundreds and hundreds of people at a house in Donaldson, and that was an epic party. But we've all had those epic parties like that. But
yeah,
into a place where you don't belong and partying with people who have no idea who you are was a moment that I'll never forget.
615-737-1025. We'll read some of yours and continue the discussion. Coming up next, Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 1025 the game here on this Tuesday at the putting zone. I do. I just step away during Tim. Did you ask him about Tyrod Taylor at all?
Did not. We asked him last week, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
About
right.
bringing him in and have him in the voice for Cam. If sometimes that you need that player-to-player explanation. Tyrod's been to the offense of Brian Daboll. Will be great. Is there news on him?
No, I was just curious. And I forgot about last week.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's going to be a big thing, right? Whether or not you keep Will Levis, what happens there. I mean, so there's a lot of drama that's about to happen ahead of time.
I know there are a lot of people that aren't sold on Cam yet. They're like, well, bring Levis back and have them fight it out. You made the decision that Will Levis wasn't your guy when you spent the number 1 overall pick on Cam.
Correct.
To me, and I know the NFL is the no fair league, to me, you need to trade Will Levis, get what you can for him, and that's going to be better for you, and it's going to be better for him to get a fresh start somewhere else.
I agree. I'm also of the mindset, just release him. Release him. Just be gone. Don't worry about it.
But I think if you could get a 5th-round pick for him, then take that.
I don't see anybody giving anything besides a 7th because you got to get rid of him.
Yeah, maybe.
So and that I would just get rid of him, move on, give him a fresh start someplace else, and you've got Cam as your guy and build around him and go. I don't think Robert Saleh needs any drama.
No, and that's why I think he'd want to move on. Now, look, am I intrigued by Levis playing for Brian Daboll and in that system? Sure, I would be. But I know that he's not the starter. So, send him to Jacksonville, to a Liam Cohen. Send him to the Rams, to Sean McVay. Send him to San Francisco, to Shanahan, to one of those guys. So, send him to Dallas, to Brian Schottenheimer. Somebody that.
Yeah, who's the backup there? Is it Joe Milton?
It's Joe Milton, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not bad.
I mean, just give him the opportunity, but I'd trade him out of the division. I wouldn't trade him to Jacksonville. Because.
Did you ever see a world, and we'll see, we'll see what happens in free agency and in training camp and everything, but towards the end of last year, where Joe Milton was a backup on a roster and Hendon Hooker was not?
That's a great – I'd still like to know what happened in Detroit, but that's a great way to put that. When they brought in Teddy Bridgewater off the bench, literally off the bench in Florida.
Hooker's with the Jets.
Practice squad, right? Wasn't he? Didn't he go to the Panthers practice squad?
And then now he's, I guess, with the Jets.
And then Dan Campbell, what did he say? We feel that if something happens, that Teddy has a better chance for us to win. I don't know. And then immediately people start putting down the Heupel offense and all that other stuff, and they weren't prepared. You think Josh Heupel gives a damn what you're going to do in the NFL?
Nope.
If I'm a coach, I don't. You're in Tennessee to play for me. And if you develop into my system to win games for me, that's great. What you do in the league is up to you. I'm not worried about what you do in the National Football League. If I help get you there, that's great. Great, but you're going to play under my system or the way we do things. So people immediately started putting Heupel down. I'm like, why? He ran the Tennessee offense like it needed to be run. Well, that's not an NFL offense. It's Josh Heupel's offense. Seen it work just fine for those guys there. So I don't know, man.
I don't know if Hendon Hooker's supposed to be a free agent or not, but if he is, I'm waiting for the Vols. Well, the Titans should bring him in as backup.
They got to do something, though. You can't bring Brandon Allen back. And besides, Brandon Allen is a Callahan guy.
Yeah.
So you're not bringing him in. But if Tyrod Taylor's out there, you good paying Tyrod Taylor $5 million?
Absolutely, I am. You do that, and you find you a camp arm somewhere.
Is that his Wikipedia page, Tyrod Taylor?
No, this is Brandon Allen.
Okay. Tyrod Taylor's been in the league. He's like Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's 36. So Allen was on a 1-year deal. So that's good. Here's the other thing too. I like having, for the offseason and training camp, I like 4 quarterbacks. I think I'm good with 4. So right now you have Levis and Will Levis and Cam Ward, and then sign Tyrod Taylor and then maybe get a guy undrafted or late rounds.
Well, he's got a tie to Robert Saleh.
Brandon Allen?
No,
Oh,
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, he played for him.
Yeah, for 1 year. Dayball for 2 and for Saleh for 1.
Yeah.
The Ravens for 4 years, the Bills for 4.
He played for Dayball with the Bills too.
The Browns for a year, the
Right.
Chargers for 2, the Texans for a year, Giants 2, Jets. Why not, man?
Yeah. Actually, that might have been the Bills. Might have been before Dayball.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
It was pre Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He was there 15 to 17, and then went to the Browns. Look, man, he stuck around for a long time. I'm sure there's a lot of things he hasn't. God, he was drafted in 2011, 6th round, 2011. That's the same draft with Jake Locker.
Oh wow, that's
and
crazy.
Cam Newton. Cam Newton and J.J. Watt. I remember all that.
So here's some other backup options if you're the Titans. We know Daniel Jones is a free agent, but he'll probably go to the Colts and he's a starter. Aaron Rodgers, if he plays at all, will be Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson, no thank you. Even though Dayball knows him, but he benched him.
Right,
So
he did.
I'd say no thank you. I don't give it a chance of happening, but if Mariota wanted to come back and be the backup, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Zach Wilson, no thank you. Tyrod Taylor, yes. Joe Flacco, I'd listen, but that I think only if I can't get Tyrod Taylor.
Right.
What do you think about Kenny Pickett
No,
as a backup?
I don't know. I mean,
He made basically last year his market value is about $3.8 million. Tyrod's about $4 million.
Give me Tyrod. What about, is Jameis a free agent?
He's not.
Okay.
He is not. Jimmy G is going to be a free agent. Here's another one that I wouldn't completely dismiss just because, he fits and knows the offense. Mitch Trubisky.
Okay. I mean, you're asking guys to come in and just be serviceable for a little bit. You're not asking to take the Legion Super Bowl. I mean, injuries happen.
Case Keenum, who I think is 60.
God, is he still in the league?
He'll be a free. Yeah, he was with Chicago.
He's my starter of the Rams.
Trey Lance.
No.
No, thanks you. Brandon Allen. Josh Johnson, who's about 70 and been with every team.
He is old, man.
Carson Wentz, Malik Willis, Kyle. By the way, Tim talking about Malik Willis getting $40 million. I'm like, wow.
Could you imagine? There's no way, right?
I mean, good for him if he does.
Yeah.
Kyle Allen, Teddy Bridgewater, John Wolford, Tyler Huntley. What do you think about Huntley? He's interesting.
No, I'm good.
Easton Stick, Brett Rippon, Gardner Minshew,
Woo!
Skylar Thompson, Hendon Hooker. So Hendon Hooker is, he's going to be some sort of a restricted free agent. Tommy DeVito.
No.
Sam Howell, Jake Browning, Connor Bazalik.
Now, go back
Emory
up.
Jones, Sam
Go back
Ellinger,
up
Jeff Driscoll.
to DeVito.
Yeah.
Right? Did he start for the Giants in Dayball?
Yep. And he was with the Patriots last year.
All right.
I'm
not bad on him.
Yeah.
Again, you want somebody that if Cam could go to and say, what does he want exactly? And DeVito could be like, hey, he wants you to read this, do that, react this way. Oh, okay. Like Tim talked about, that voice.
That's cheap, too.
That player voice to him that could go in there.
Yeah.
I'm upset. That make you happy, Dr. Crane?
I'd be okay with Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah.
Have him over for Sunday dinner. We'd be all right.
Have him endorse some of your pizza there?
Cutlets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's and here's the running back too. I wanted to pull running backs up because we were talking about that. Computer's going slow, but as soon as it decides to do that. 615-737-1025.
I see. I'm not so sold on running backs like you are. I don't
know. I just don't think it's a priority.
No, I don't think it is either. When you got so many other things you got to worry about. I running back to me, you got Pollard. I'm not a fan of Spears, but he's here. And then you got Superman's son. What's his name? Khalil. So you got him. So give him a chance. Give these guys a chance, right? Jackson Slater, you drafted him 5th round. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
Know quickly. Instead, can he play? All right, well, he can't. Well, take care, Jackson. Be gone. Get Mullings in there, the running back, and say, all right, can you play? Let's see what you can do. You drafted them for a reason. Let's see what they can do.
Text line Ricky says, is Jimmy G not the best option? How is he not? As a backup? I mean, maybe in the offense, but I want a guy. I don't know. There's something about having a guy that's actually been in the system with that coach.
That's exactly right.
That is intriguing to me, and Tyrod Taylor is that guy.
He is all that guy.
I mean, has Garoppolo? Now, hang on. Has Garoppolo crossed paths with either of these guys? I don't think so.
He's been New England, the Raiders.
Was Dayball in New England when he was there? I knew he was with Sam. Well, yeah, so Salah would know him from San Fran.
Yeah.
That's true. Was Dayball with New England 14, 15, 16?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think so, right?
Yeah. That might be right.
He was a tight ends coach from 13
that's
to
not,
16.
Okay. So that's not completely off the table.
Jimmy G would love Broadway.
Yeah. He's 34 now.
Is he?
Isn't that crazy? He's been in the league since 2014.
Wow. I know that deal he saw with the Raiders was massive.
And he was there 1 year.
Yep. So, yeah, he would he loved Broadway in Nashville. Let's do.
Yeah. 615-737-1025. We're live at the putting zone today, 3040 Sitco Drive. Every hole has dogleg zones and strategy, and you'll become a better putter. Just go to theputtingzone.com to learn more. It's Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. 102.5 The Game here on this Tuesday at the putting zone. Hanging out. And appreciate them having them. Got a few people in here playing some golf, which is cool.
So it's very cool that the putting zone in March 21st is hosting the World Indoor National Putting Tournament, which will air on ESPN. So ESPN is going to be here at the putting zone in March for the National Indoor Putting Tournament. Again, this is not, I've had multiple people reach out like, is it mini golf? This is not mini golf. This is competitive indoor putting. And I think this is kind of taken off because, yeah, I know the Gatlinburg and the Clown and the Windmill, that's all fun and games. That's a good time. We all like that, right? But, I mean, this is challenging and fun. You can play for money. I mean, this is a very cool thing they got going on here. So, again, the putting zone, theputtingzone.com. Check it all out.
Yep, and appreciate them for having us, and hope to be doing a whole lot more with them as time goes on.
I love the fact that Bill Rosigliano, this was like 50 years in the making.
Yeah.
Right? So it just
like
shows
I've had the
you,
patent on this since the 90s.
right. So it just shows you you're never too young or old to get your dream going. And he started, this is just, look, we're described on the radio. It's really cool. It's better in person to come see this.
Yeah.
How it's all laid out.
Yeah. 100%. Coming up tonight, Vandy baseball. I'm just floored that that's still going on. Tomorrow night, I should say, is just starting. Tomorrow night, Vanderbilt men's basketball has to Arkansas. Tennessee has Missouri. Tennessee has
I don't know. I know
Mississippi
they have Vanderbilt. They played Mississippi State last weekend.
Yeah.
I know they have Vanderbilt on Saturday. That game's sold out.
Yes, that is correct. And what is that? A 1 o'clock tip? I think
I'm
is
not sure, pal.
Yeah, Vanderbilt I think is poised too to make a pretty
Right.
good run.
I mean, there was a list the other day, and I meant to screenshot that list of teams that have never been to the Final Four. Tennessee's one of those, and Vanderbilt is never been to one. But I mean, they got a shot. I think that's a really good basketball team that could make a nice. Everything's got to go good for you.
Oklahoma tomorrow for Tennessee.
We're at
TBA.
Okay, to be announced.
No, what is it? Food City Arena at Thompson Bowling?
Something like that, yeah.
Food City Center.
I'd love it. That'd be great to watch Vanderbilt or Tennessee make a run to the Final Four. It's never happened before.
You know, it's funny when Tennessee looks at, and I mean, they're going to make the tournament. But when Tennessee looks at seeding and different things, there's going to be two games in particular that I think they look back at against the same opponent, and they're like, oh, if we could have those back.
Both were crushing losses, and they
Kentucky.
had big leads.
Yep.
On that, yeah, absolutely will be. And this is like, I think this is Rick Barnes does his best job on a team that's not expected. Like, they're a good team, but who knows, to make a nice deep run. I mean, I remember the Vanderbilt run in 2007 when they went to the Sweet 16 and Jeff Green took 18 steps and walked, and Georgetown beat. I firmly believe had that been called a walk, which it was a walk, we all saw it, and Jeff Green walked, Vanderbilt wins that game. I think they would have played North Carolina next. They had to beat North Carolina. They'd have gone to the Final Four.
That would have been awesome.
That was 07. That's Florida won in 07.
Yeah.
The second they're back-to-back. But there's not a doubt in my mind that with Derek Wilcox, Shane Foster, Ted Skuchas on that team, that was a fun team to watch. And, man, it was heartbreaking because they lost that game at the Continental Airlines Arena, New Jersey, whatever it's called. That was fun to watch that team get that far. Totally, that's 19 years ago.
I love the group that they have now. Mark Byington, the job he's done. I worry if they're big enough, to really go through the tournament run. But, if you can survive an SEC schedule and come out with high seeding and that, then I'd say yeah. But, I mean, you look at how they've played, especially, and I know they've had a couple of hiccups here and there, but overall I think they played very well.
So there's a new feature on the iPhone. Somebody calls you, iPhone pops up, and it asks the caller, who are you and why are you calling? It might be the greatest iPhone update of all time. Who are you and why are you calling?
Why are you bothering me?
Right? Remember the day when that before cell phones, you had to actually pick up the phone at home?
Yeah.
Like, oh, who? And you have to talk to your friends' parents. That was always awkward. But yeah, thank you, Apple, for that update. Who are you and why are you calling? Sums everything up perfectly for all that.
What if you could change it like, who the hell are you?
Yeah, right.
What do you want?
Calling? It's like the knock on the door now, right? If somebody knocks on your door, you're like, why? Who the hell is knocking on my? Growing up, it's like, hey, man, who's here? Now it's like, shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
Do you have like a Ring camera or something?
Yeah.
All right, I love it because 9 times out of 10, somebody's coming to the door to sell me something.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm just going to hide in the back and be real quiet.
Can you talk through yours?
You can, but I don't. I just act like I'm not there.
I have done before when solicitors, I'll get on there and I'll whisper. I'll be like, go away. And they'll just look at it. And
there was one time somebody was like, I know you're there. And I go, no, I'm not.
Get off the property, man. No soliciting.
Like, I don't want to talk to you.
Dr. Crane, you got a Ring camera?
It no longer works.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So, well, the reason being is because every time it detects motion, our doorbell went off at like 2 a.m, and there's some ferns out front. And so every time the ferns would blow in the wind, the doorbell would ring. So I was like, this house is possessed. I don't want to go to bed.
Those damn ferns.
The fern, man. You fix everything. How has this been a problem? I don't understand this.
We just turned it off. We just have people knock at the front door.
Pass.
So I have to answer the door, which I don't mind. I just tell them, hey, I'm not interested. See you later.
I mean, that takes a lot of gumption to go cold calling like that at somebody's house.
Yeah, why do we still
days?
do why do we still do that?
Like the guys that sell knives on a consistent basis, let's stop that. There's no need for kitchen knives anymore. I mean, unless you're a culinary chef, but nobody's buying a set of kitchen knives.
Wait, hold on. A guy came to your door selling knives?
Yeah, multiple times. They have like a company that sells kitchen knives. It's like, oh, you could get this for $29.99. I'm like, I'm gonna pass. Thank you though.
He's got knives.
I want Dr. Crane to just answer the door one day and like be cleaning his gun, like cleaning a rifle. Like, can I help you?
But a dude's got a knife at your door. I'm not.
No, they're not knives at my door. He has to go back to the, I guess, truck or whatever car he came in to go grab the set.
Oh, that's you off the top row, man. Knocking him down.
And I just say, hey, man, I'm not interested. I appreciate it. And then the next person that comes down the street is somebody that's interested in chopping down the tree because the ice storm. Like, look, that guy quoted me this amount of money. That guy quoted me this amount of money. I'm going to go with the other guy. I appreciate it. And then they just walk away.
Well, we had a family friend, this is 40 years ago, who sold vacuum cleaners door to door and made might have been Eureka, made an absolute fortune selling vacuum cleaners door to door. Now, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't. There's no way I could do that. I can't take rejection well.
Here's the thing, too. Now that we're on this subject, I brought this up before, but there are 2 stores that you can go to, at least that I know of, where they have a deal with AT&T, and like you're literally not in the door 5 seconds, and somebody's like, "Can I help you with anything?" "No, I'm good." "Well, who do you have for your cell phone coverage?" And I'm like,
"Your mom."
Yeah, I'm just like, the thing that I can't, like, I get it. This is your job, and that's fine. If I tell you I'm not interested, go away. Don't ask again. And like there was one time where I was not in the mood, and they come up to me and I just go, "Hey, I'm gonna save. I get you're doing your job. I'm gonna save your spiel. I'm not interested. I'm not gonna be interested. Don't tell me what deals you have. Thank you. Have a great day."
Why are you in the store?
And I was there for something else. I was at Target. Okay. I was there for a cell phone.
Oh, it's like Costco.
Yeah.
When you walk by, hey,
they're trying to sell me AT&T. No.
I get that. Okay.
And
so you're not walking into an AT&T store.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so like the guy had this look. He was like, "All right, sorry." And then I'm like, I want to be like, no. You don't get to do that. You don't get to be like you're being a jerk because y'all are pestering the you know what out of me.
Well, if they have food and you got to fill a little form.
Nope.
I always fill out the wrong.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say this on the radio. But I fill out the form. I always give them one phone number. And this is the phone and I probably shouldn't say it, but I don't care. I give them the Channel 4 Newsline number 615.
I think somebody has done this and given my cell number before because I'll get texts of hey Lisa, are you interested in AT&T?
It's not me, man. I'm not doing. The only guy I mess with is Joe Rexford on the text line, and that's it.
Oh, trust me, I have a number one suspect, but I won't say who.
Oh, dude. All right, tell her in the break. But that's the thing is that I'll just give. If you got food, I'd be easily captured if I was like a big bear or a big dog. I would be captured because I have to go where the food is. So they would capture me, but at the same time, I always give the wrong phone number and a fake name. Steve Giles is my fake name.
Lenny says all you have to do is tell them your work pays for your phone and they'll leave you alone. Lenny, I've tried that. They don't.
Yeah, right.
They don't.
But if that guy works for me, I want him pestering you.
That's fine. That's your job. Like I've even asked before because like I go in these places a lot. I'm like, can you hang my picture up and say don't? Like I'm never going to be interested. Like don't ask me. If I become interested, I'll come find you.
Say you're playing hard to get.
No, I'm not.
I like that.
Like now, I will never do it because they have pestered me and pissed me off so much.
I'm a little bit turned on. You're playing hard to get right now. Oh my God.
Coming up next, we'll tell you what day it is and celebrity birthdays. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Register today for Stars Trivia Night at Boomba's in East Nashville. That's coming up Thursday night. It'll be a night full of fun, food, and prizes, all while supporting Stars Nashville, a nonprofit providing free mental health support for students in over 200 schools across Middle Tennessee. More details on how to register, visit thegamenashville.com/events. Chase and Big Joe, I appreciate the putting zone for having us today. 3040 Sitco Drive in Nashville. It's been fantastic. Got several folks in here now playing, and definitely you need to come check it out.
Amen, brother.
With that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
Okay, first on the list we have National Indian Pudding Day. Looks pretty good. Mardi Gras, obviously, today, Fat Tuesday. My Way Day is today. National Cabbage Day. Champion Crab Races Day is today. Chinese New Year. International Pancake Day. Let's see what else is on this list. National PTA Founders Day, World Human Spirit Day, Who Shall I Be Day, Random Acts of Kindness Day. Hence the Titans brought
That should be
cookies.
every day.
Yeah, they brought some cookies today, which is pretty good.
Nice.
Something that's Polish. I wish I could pronounce it, but I'll try.
Please do. Please do.
Paczki.
No. Don't spell it. Try to say it.
Paxi Day? Paxi Day? I don't know. Paxi Day? Looks like a donut. I don't know. Paxi?
What's
I don't know, man.
What's the what's the picture?
It's a donut with like a chocolate swirl on it. I don't know. It looks pretty good, to be fair. National Public Science Day.
Ty Webb will tell you that a donut without a hole is a bagel.
Okay.
From Caddyshack.
Yeah, and to wrap it up, we have National Cafe a latte day. I assume that's how you pronounce it in French. So there you go.
Oh, well, by the way, when you say like today's Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, I need you to put some umph in that. Like
today is Mardi Gras.
Today.
Yeah, today's Mardi Gras. And it's Fat Tuesday. For those that observe Fat Tuesday, just eat whatever you can in sight, and then you fast the next 40 days, especially for tomorrow. Can't eat meat.
Fast? I ain't fasting 40 days. I can barely fast 40 minutes.
You're not fast at all.
All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Got to get these within 2 years since Dr. Crane went first yesterday. Chase today. Chase, how old is former Olympic swimmer Rowdy Gaines?
57.
50.
67. Dr. Crane, the original fridge, Guy McIntyre, played for the San Francisco 49ers, was a big guard who scored a touchdown, and the Bears copied that the next year.
73.
Guy McIntyre.
69.
65. Chase McCabe, Michael Jordan.
MJ is 64.
63.
63 exactly. Nice. Dr. Crane, how old is ESPN, former friend of the show, still is, but we haven't talked in a while, Buster Olney?
58.
59.
62. Chaser, Luke Robitaille.
53.
51.
60. Chase, I'm disappointed you didn't have one of your little dumb nicknames for these guys, like Roby. Dr. Crane, how old is former Miami Dolphin, New York Jets defensive end Brian Cox?
52.
58.
58 exactly. We're tied at 2. Chaser, how old is former Houston Cougar quarterback, Cincinnati Bengal quarterback, captain of the run and shoot, David Klingler?
67.
71.
57. Dr. Crane, William Floyd, fullback for the 49ers and played at Florida State.
60.
64.
54. Chaser, Renee Russo, actress, was in Lethal Weapon.
63.
60.
72. Dr. Crane, Lou Diamond Phillips, played La Bamba, Richie Valens. Great movie.
75.
70.
64. Chaser, director Michael Bay.
60.
62.
61. That's a push. Dr. Crane, Denise Richards.
72.
52.
55. Chaser, Billy Joe Armstrong, lead singer of Green Day. We got 1,000 birthdays. So.
54.
52.
54 exactly. Chase up 4-2. Dr. Crane, Jerry O'Connell.
60.
56.
52. Chaser, Jason Ritter, John Ritter's son.
42.
53.
46. Dr. Crane, Paris Hilton.
43.
39.
46.
Wow.
Chase McCabe, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's Robin, right?
Yeah. 42.
45.
45 exactly. We're tied at 4. I like this. Mind game. Here we go. Dr. Crane, comedian Larry the Cable Guy.
64.
58.
63. Dr. Crane, you're up 5-4. Last one, Chaser. How old is Richard Karn from Home Improvement?
Al Borland.
Al Borland. How old's Al Borland? This for the win. You're down 5-4.
68.
69.
Oh, my gosh. He is 70. Dr. Crane undercuts Chase McCabe and wins 6-4.
Price is right, me.
It's the most, and there's like 9 more birthdays we're not going to get to, but
Yep.
Well done, guys.
I appreciate the Putting Zone for having us today.
Yeah, as always, really, theputtingzone.com for more information. Listen, we talk every day about mental health, and guys out there, if you listen, we always tell you how much that you are loved and you're needed here and everything, and you're unsure about therapy. Here, very simple, unitycares.com, unitycares.com. Just go one time. I'm telling you, go one time. You'll find the gratitude. You'll go closer to God. You understand how valuable and wonderful and beautiful you are. I'm telling you every day. I talk to men every day, and I tell you your value is off the charts because you're awesome. Everything you've done, everything you've accomplished, everything you're going to do, it's amazing. And I tell you all the time, in your life, we need you here. You still haven't met everybody that's going to love you. You still haven't met everybody that's going to love you. Know that we love you, and more importantly, more than anything else in this world, is that God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD is next on 102.5 The Game.